Colin, do you have any idea what time it is right now?
What? Are you mad at me over something else now?
I told you today to come home early so that you would be able to take care of Jay and get him to take a bath. And then I wanted you to watch over him until you guys went to sleep.
Really? You said that to me? So that was something you wanted me to do today? I'm sorry, I completely forgot all about that.
Well, these days you've been completely forgetting about a lot of things that have to do with the house and this family. It's one thing to forget about doing your chores, but please, please, please do not forget about plans with your son.
Well, recently, I've been super busy with work. And when I get focused on that, I totally forget that I have things that I need to do at home. But I promise from now on to start thinking of you both more.
Well, in Jay's mind, he doesn't really care about your work. And another thing, it's not just you who's having to work right now. I also have a job that I'm responsible for, while also attending to this house and our family. You were the one that told me you could take care of Jay and his bath, and that's why I said okay to a meeting I had online. I have an hour before I have to be on that call and focus on my job. So could you please hurry up and get your butt home?
Well, I don't think I can make it home in under an hour. Actually, I had told you about this before. With that telling me something with less than an hour to do it won't happen. I need to be told at least an hour in advance before I can change my plans.
And I talked with you about this a little 2 days ago, Colin. That's when you told me in a very rude tone that you would put it on your calendar.
Maybe I did say that.
Seriously, Colin, get yourself together. Are you even starting to forget about the things that you were saying?
I must have been thinking about a couple of other things at the time that made me forget what I said to you. I'm sorry. Next time I promise to remember what I say.
And how many times has it been now that you've told me that? For the past couple of months now, it's been a little bit too strange how many times you've forgotten about things regarding your family and this house. Are you beginning to suffer from early onset Alzheimer's or something?
Don't say something as scary as that. Things are fine. I promise to not forget anything pertaining to my work.
With that being said, you find it totally okay to forget about things pertaining to your family then?
That's not what I meant just then.
Well, that's exactly what it sounded like you said.
Work and my family are two different things, right? When it comes to you guys, I also have you around, and so I slack off just a little bit because I can rely on you.
Well, you are beginning to slack off too much now. Seriously, Colin, pull yourself together. Today, Jay was so excited to have you come home and take a bath with him.
I'm very sorry, but he's already gone and taken a bath now, right?
Yes. I have a call coming up here soon, so I had to give him one myself. But I don't think he'll be getting to bed until later tonight now.
Jay is 5 years old now. I'm sure he'll be fine staying up a little bit later. And that call you'll have in an hour should only take around 30 minutes or so, right?
Even if that's the case, that's not something you have the right to be commenting on anymore.
I'm sorry.
You still remember what will happen come next Saturday, right? There's no way you've already forgotten.
Next Saturday.
You made a promise to take Jay to the theme park to go and see that superhero play, right?
That's right.
So you did forget about that as well.
Well, I just remembered that, so it's fine. I still have a note on my desk here with all the times and everything written down for that day.
Then you'd better not forget about that, Colin. You have not spent any time at all with your son, so he's really looking forward to you and him going out to see some of his favorite superheroes.
Everything will be all right. I promise that I'll never forget about that plan.
I'm being serious here. Please do not forget. Now, when are you going to be coming home tonight?
Well, let me think now. It'll be another 3 hours or so before I can leave.
Understood. I'll have Jay in bed by that time, so please don't make too much noise when you come home.
Iris, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to go to that theme park this Saturday anymore.
What? You better be joking with me right now, Colin.
I'm not, though. I have to go out with a customer of mine that day now.
On a Saturday? You're telling me that on your day off, on your company's day off, you have to go out and see a customer?
That's correct. From what I've heard, the CEO of one of the customers is coming out here with his family and everything. So I have to be around to take him and his family out to see the town.
Is that really a job only you can do? Why couldn't you tell your boss to get someone else to do that since you already have plans then?
The reason that I am asked to do this is because I'm the only one who can. I was thinking about asking one of my coworkers if he can take my place, but I'm still a little worried about them not being up for the challenge yet.
So once again, you are breaking another promise.
That's why I'm making sure to tell you about this now before breaking the promise. Honestly, I think it would be a lot better having you take Jay to the theme park anyway.
Right now, Jay is expecting you to be going there with him as well. This was supposed to be a small family trip where we could all have a little bit of fun together.
It's just to go and see that play about those heroes, right?
That is our main reason for going, yes. But this was going to be the first time in a very long while that the whole family could go out and have some fun together.
I had no other choice, all right? This is about my work now. I really do feel bad that I can't come along with you both this time. But you can't start blaming me for things that I cannot control, all right? I would have loved to go with you both, but I don't have a say in anything related to my job right now.
I get it already. Sorry, I shouldn't have said all those things. Recently, you really haven't been home to spend time with your family, and that just started to really upset me.
I'm sorry as well. Recently, I've been leaving you to take care of Jay and the chores way too often.
You really have been. I even had to turn down an offer to go on a business trip so that I could stay around home and handle everything.
What? You were offered a business trip?
My plans had all been doing really well, and so my boss asked if I'd like to go out of town for a bit to a conference. But right now, with the way you've been acting, I can't leave Jay or the house. That's why I had to say no.
When is that business trip supposed to be?
The end of this month.
Go ahead and take that trip.
I could never do that now, right? You've been coming home really late from work all the time recently, and I can't leave Jay in your care at this time.
I'll take some PTO while you're out of town.
What? Are you being serious about that?
I have really been wanting to spend some time with Jay recently, okay? And now that I can't even go to the theme park with you both this weekend, I'll make it up to Jay by taking some time off work. So go ahead and tell your boss you can go. I'm sure you were wanting to go on that trip, right? You're the one who made it possible to go on that trip in the first place, right?
I was wanting to go, and still am. But it'll be 3 days that I'm away from home. Will you really be able to watch after Jay those 3 days?
That's nothing. I can take care of him then. I know that I haven't been around much these days, but I can still take care of a child and do the chores, so believe me.
But I'm pretty worried. If you do the same thing to me before I leave for that trip as you did today, telling me you have to break that promise for something else, I'm going to flip.
Things will be fine, all right? I promise, I mean it this time, that while you're away on that business trip, I'll be at home with Jay and taking care of everything.
Then I'm going to tell my boss that I can go now, okay?
Great, please do. I think it will be good for you to get away from home for a bit and take things easy. Actually, this will be for work, so you might not be able to.
Thank you, Colin. Like you were saying, I really wanted to go on this trip.
Right. I know that you were thinking you couldn't rely on me, and that's why you had to say no, but we are a couple. When you have something you want to do for work, I'll be right here supporting you through it.
Then, since you put it that way, I might have to ask you to do a little bit more around the house from now on.
Of course, please do. I know that these days I've always been the one asking you to take care of things at home, but now my busy streak of work is coming to an end. Starting next month, I'll be home all the time to take care of you two.
Understood. I really hope that's the case, though. Now, I'm going to tell Jay about this Saturday. But when you get home, you need to go and apologize to him yourself.
Sure, I'll apologize. But this Saturday, you won't have the car anymore, so it might be hard getting all the way out to that theme park.
That's fine. I'll ask my sister and see if she can take us. She did tell me she has Saturday off this weekend.
But your sister, she's a nurse, right? She might have to work overnight on Friday, so she could be too exhausted the next day to take you guys out, right?
No, I think she'll be all right. She told me before that she always works the daytime shift on Friday.
Why does she tell you all about her schedule?
That's because she's been wanting to meet with Jay for some time now, so we've been trying to plan out a day she can see him. I think if I let her know we need her car this weekend, she'd be happy to take us.
Well, that's good to hear. Anyways, sorry about this Saturday, but I'm sure you and Jay will have loads of fun. I'll do my best to get home before it's too dark out tonight.
Did you try calling me, Lindsay? Sorry, I didn't notice my phone vibrating at the time. Actually, it seems that you called me a lot of times. I was in the bath for a little bit as well, so I didn't even have my phone on me then. What's going on at this time of night? You're finally getting back to me. What the hell have you been doing? Huh? What have I been doing? I've been out of state for a business trip. Huh? Well, your son was just brought into the ER in an ambulance. What? Jay had to be taken to the hospital? You have to be mistaken, right? Maybe it was another boy that looks just like him. I haven't gotten anything from Colin either about Jay, so that has to be the wrong person you're talking about. He is not the wrong person. I know that that was Jay. Because I was right there helping push him to his room. Are you serious? Wait, is Jay okay right now? What happened to him? Why the hell did he have to be taken to the ER in an ambulance? He's been having a really high fever, and because of that, he had passed out. There aren't any cuts or broken bones, and this isn't something that's going to be life-threatening to him now that he's there, so please, calm down. We just had to get him hooked up to some fluids because he was practically dehydrated. Thank God. But why? He should have been with Colin back at home. The EMS crew told me that there was nobody with Jay at the time claiming to be his father. So they had to take Jay by himself. Why the hell is something like this happening? I'm going to leave here and come back home right now. Hold on a second, Iris. Jay just opened his eyes and is coming to. Can you please ask him why he was out and about all by himself and where his dad is? Hopefully he's able to talk about all of that right now. Iris, I want you to be really calm when you listen to this. What? Okay. It seems as though Colin never came home last night and has been gone since. Jay started to become really lonely at home as well as hungry, so he left the house looking for someone to help him. Jay said he was going to wait for you to get home outside. Colin hasn't come home since last night? Colin told me he was going to use some of his PTO to take this week off in order to be with Jay while I'm out of state. And that was a lie, wasn't it? Jay's still really tired and can't find the energy to talk that much, so I'm not going to bother him much more. But he wasn't lying about not having his father around since yesterday. I know he's not lying. Jay would never. I'm sorry, this is all just too crazy for me to come to grips with right now. I knew that Colin was having trouble remembering things and wasn't doing a good enough job being around his family, but I never thought he would become this irresponsible. Well, just understand that for the time being, I'll be with Jay and watch over him. You can come back here all you want to be with us, but I think it would be best that you finish that business trip and wait to see if you hear anything from Colin. It's fine. I'll get to the bus station and take the overnight bus home. And if there isn't a bus, I'll get a taxi or something. If you're okay with that, then go ahead. And just please be safe on your way back here. I'm sure you'll be thinking about a lot, but right now the only thing you need to focus on is making it to this hospital.
Iris, tonight you should be coming home from that business trip of yours, right?
Why?
Why? What? I was just asking to make sure that tonight is the night you're coming home.
I'm coming home early.
What? But you told me that the bus would be getting you home tonight at the earliest, right?
Why does it matter that I get home earlier, Colin? I wanted to be home now after all the work I've had.
Well, that's totally fine and all. I'm sorry.
What?
Jay isn't home right now. When I wasn't looking, it seems like he found his way out of the house. I went out there to look for him all I could, but I couldn't find him anywhere. I should give the police a call right now, shouldn't I?
You don't have to call the police. Jay is with me right now.
Jay is with you right now. What? How?
Because you went and left Jay at home all alone and then stayed out of the house for 2 days. Jay became really lonely and afraid, and so he left the house to look for me. And to make things worse, he had a fever at the time and wasn't eating or drinking anything since you left him, and so he passed out not too long after leaving. Then he was taken to the ER by an ambulance, and that's where I heard about all of this.
He was taken to the hospital in an ambulance? When? Why did you never tell me anything about that?
You know more than anyone else why I never called you and said what happened to Jay, right?
I'm sorry, Iris. There was some trouble at the office. No matter what I tried to tell my boss, he said I had to come into work. I even told him I was in charge of my son, but he didn't care about Jay.
There's no point in lying to me anymore, Colin. Jay was taken to the hospital last night at around 11 p.m. You're telling me you had to go into work at night and stay there all the way past 11 p.m.? You should have been home well before that, Colin.
No, wait. There was a lot of extra work that had to been done.
I'm tired of your excuses. I already know about what you were doing and where you were doing such things at. I was able to find out all of that while on my way to the hospital after my business trip.
Where I was doing such things.
The car has a GPS installed in it, right? That we can link to our phones? Did you also forget about that?
Ah.
You are such an idiot. A completely brain-dead idiot. You really thought it would be a good idea to drive that car, which I can look up and see the location of on my phone, to go and have that affair? What the hell is wrong with you?
You have it all wrong. While I was driving, the engine just stopped on me. That ended up leaving me out in the middle of a neighborhood I didn't know about, and I had to wait for a tow truck to come and get the car.
Shut the hell up, Colin. I had my sister, who had just gotten off her shift this morning, go out and make sure your car was where the GPS showed me it was. And she was able to see the car and you coming out of that apartment building. While you were walking out of there, you were talking with a woman at the door, and it seemed you both knew one another very well.
I'm so sorry, Iris.
Are you finally going to confess now? Well, just know that if you try and start to apologize to me now, it is not going to help you any. There is no forgiveness after what's been done this time. I cannot live with a man who would leave my 5-year-old son at home all by himself just to go and have an affair for 2 days.
Iris, listen to me. There was really nothing serious about all that. Also, I was planning for that to be my last time ever seeing her.
And so what, Colin? You think I'm going to forgive you after saying something like that to me?
To me, the most important people in my life are you and Jay. That's why I've already told you that other woman things are off now.
That has nothing to do with Jay or I, though. And what do you even mean we are the two most important people to you? If that was really the case, then you would have never started to have that affair in the first place, right? And even if it was just for play or whatever the hell you want to call it, you still left our 5-year-old son at home all by himself for over 24 hours. That is not something I will ever forgive you for.
I'm sorry. She told me that if I didn't go to her house that day, she would find you and tell you everything about us. I was threatened.
So you would rather spend time with her than your own son? And what would have happened if things ended more tragically here? What the hell would you have done had Jay been hit by a car and killed after he passed out on the street?
I'm so sorry.
I know you're sorry, and that's why we're getting a divorce.
No way. I don't want you guys to leave me. I was just tempted is all. I will never go out with another woman again. So please, forgive me already.
I am never forgiving you. Was the whole reason you'd stay out late all the time and go out on the weekends for work, forcing me to take care of all the chores and Jay because of that woman as well? She has to be the reason behind all of that.
No, that was really all because of work.
Well, I just got off the phone with your boss a little bit ago after getting his input. He told me that on the Saturday you were supposed to come with us to that theme park, you never had to go in for work. You went and broke all those promises to me and then couldn't even take care of our dang son while I was away for 3 days. If that's the kind of father you were going to become, then Jay was better off never having a father from the start.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry. From here on out, I will do everything, and I mean everything, to make this all up to Jay.
And you can start to make up for all of it by getting the hell away from us. That's the only way you can make things up to him and I now. If you have really thought about all the wrongs you've done, then you should be able to understand why we want you gone.
Please, Iris. I'm not kidding when I say I started to go out with that other woman with the intent of becoming divorced from you.
Then you should have never been having that affair to begin with. But the one thing that I can't forgive you for now is leaving our son alone like that and causing him to have to go to the ER. Had you never been with that other woman, things like this would have never had to happen.
Iris, please find some way to forgive me. From now on, I will become a great husband and will be the best father I can be. So please, 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 give me one last chance to make things right for us.
You left Jay at home all by himself when he's only 5, and then he ended up going into the street and passing out. You should be happy I'm not having the police come and arrest you right now for that. I don't need a man like you in my life who thinks it's forgivable to leave my son at home like that in such a horrible state. And Jay doesn't need a father like you either, because he is far better off only having me. There is no way in hell we're ever going to be able to trust you again, so forget ever being my husband and Jay's father. Immediately after all of that was said and done, Colin and I got a divorce. When this was all brought up to my family and to my lawyer, they both knew without a doubt that Colin couldn't stay with me. Especially after hearing all of the things he had done to Jay and I by having that affair with another woman. It turned out that Colin wasn't lying about that woman being just for fun, but in her eyes, she was very serious about making him her husband someday. And so when I asked for a settlement from the both of them, she gladly paid it all off in order to have him all to herself. Things turned out pretty all right for me in the divorce, getting the money I had asked for and full custody of my son. Although for Colin, he was forced to stay together with that woman even though he wanted to leave her. Things about the divorce and the reason behind it made their way into his office, as well as to his family, and so Colin was forced to leave his job and move away. Colin also went and told that woman he was with that he couldn't take it anymore, and told her what he'd done before leaving her in the middle of the night. She tried to call the police the next day after she couldn't find him anymore, but all the police could do was keep an eye out for him. But even they were never able to find him in that town again. Once Colin had found a new home and a new job, Colin started to contact me again, asking to see Jay and hang out with him for a bit, as well as asking me to take him back so that he could show me he'd changed. But that is never going to happen, and the only way that he will ever see Jay again is if Jay says he wants to see his father when he's older. So until then, the only thing Colin will have to do with us is paying that child support for Jay. He had the option of paying it every month for the next 13 years, or he could pay me one large sum of money and then never have to pay again. He chose the latter not too long after he had moved away, so once that money gets into my account, I am blocking his number and everything. I want Colin to fully understand that I will never, ever be forgiving him for what he did to my son, leaving him in that house alone for almost 2 days. Things could have ended far worse for Jay in that situation, but luckily he was picked up by an ambulance soon after and given the fluids he needed. I'm not sure how things are going to go for Colin out there and how he's going to live his life now after losing his wife and son. But I hope whatever life he chooses to live next, he continues to regret everything he'd done. As for Jay and myself, we moved out of the house we were in and started a new life somewhere else. I will not say that it's easy being a single parent, but with the support of my parents and my sister, things aren't so bad for me. I don't think that they have to help me and Jay in this kind of a situation, but since they have all chosen to do so for us, I will be forever grateful. And while being grateful towards all of them, I'm going to continue being the best mother I can be for Jay, while giving us a life that we both will have no regrets about. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.